Welcome to something to talk about.
Yeah, really loud.
Welcome to something to talk about.
Hi, welcome to Something to Talk About, and this is my playoff preview and week 16. So I'm going to cover week 16 of my giant tournament, and then we're going to move on to look at the playoffs. Playoffs are next week. So if you don't know what this is all going to be gibberish because we've been doing for the last 16 fracking weeks, we've been covering 128 A Song of Ice and Fire characters, and we have narrowed it all down. So this is actually probably a good video if you haven't watched any of them yet, because I'm kind of going to go over a lot of it. But first, we got to cover week 16, and it's going on right now. So I'm starting to film this at 10:15 a.m. The last fight was posted at 7, and it's really close. So I will not be calling that fight yet. I'm going to look at what it was when I took the screenshot at 10 a.m. And that's kind of it. So this playoff will have an asterisk because the last one isn't fully decided. But let's just go. So week 16 was Slaver's Bay, where we had Jorah Mormont versus Grey Worm, Pretty Meris versus Becerra Blackhair. Did I not say that this is a Song of Ice and Fire lore at one point? If you guys don't know what that is, you're really going to be confused. Okay. Kraz versus Kago Corpse Killer, and then Strong Belwas. Oh, sorry. Strong Belwas versus Dario Naharis. No, it just doesn't have the same. Okay. So let's look at the first fight. It was Jorah Mormont versus Grey Worm, and Jorah took that 62%. Heck yeah. And the top comments were Lord Terran to Texas said, my money is on the bear, not the nutless hare. There's a lot of eunuch jokes. Poor eunuchs, man. I mean, you gotta kick them when they're down. They already got their wedding tackles removed. Like, you gotta make fun of them too. Come on. Irish Potato Thief said, as much as I think Grey Worm is getting railroaded here, the Unsullied are trained to fight as a unit. Their strength is in their discipline and their formation. I mean, they literally have the strongest discipline of all soldiers, right? Well, Jorah is a knight trained for more individualized combat. He probably wins this, even if Grey Worm is the best of the Unsullied. So yeah, he said it pretty good here. And then per Marcus Risman says, I feel this is only hard if you think of Grey Worm from the series. Mormont will be here we stand on Grey Worm, undefeated, to be honest. So yeah, I think Marcus thinks like we like to combine Grey Worm from the series, and honestly, Grey Worm in the book isn't as big of a character. He's still a formidable guy, but we don't really see him do any one-on-one fighting, right? All right, moving on to our our lady fighters. Pretty Meris versus Barsenia. Did I say her name wrong earlier? Barsenia Blackhair, who was the female pit fighter, and Pretty Meris is the right-hand woman to the Tatter Prince in the Windblown. Man, why do I got all this information in my head? One died to a boar. Oh, poor Barsenia. She ain't no king. I got you that. And then Jan Verb said, Maris has armor. That's it. Max points out they later go on, because I guess people didn't know that I had archers in here. I had a lot of archers in this tournament, right? Like, I had Theon in there, who's considered an archer. I think I even had I had Omer the Kingswood, who's definitely an archer. I had archers in here. Why? Why not? Like, I want to introduce more characters. It angered a lot of people. Like, no, more rules the better. I'm an anarchist. Less rules the better. I almost put a dragon in here. Dang it! No, I'm kidding. I didn't. All right. So yeah, Vax is kind of from this comments came a huge thread of people like, wait, archers are allowed? Yeah, archers are allowed. Welcome to the party. Bassenia is most likely a way better skilled warrior, considering she is a very good pit fighter. Well, Maris is a torturer. However, Briseña doesn't wear armor, and Maris wields a crossbow, so I imagine Maris would win pretty easy. I mean, you can get hit with a crossbow and keep moving if Maris kill shots her. But if she doesn't, I mean, you take a hit in the shoulder, Briseña's probably moving, right? But yeah, so I don't think it's like I don't think crossbows solve all issues. You can miss with the crossbow, even if you're really good with it, right? But yeah, that's still pretty solid reasoning. Armor goes a long way, as we can tell. And then I forgot my name, said, this is a tough choice, blonde or brunette? Well, considering Pretty Maris is not really pretty, like her face is all cut up and stuff. I'm kidding. They're both beautiful in their own way. I'm not shaming here. That's not what we do. Kraz versus Kago Corpse Killer. These guys have like a weird connection in my head because last year when I was covering the Song of Ice and Fire characters every week, I tried to get a little bit of a theme. I didn't do it every week, but I tried. And then I was like, oh, Arak. I'm going to have the Arak week. And it was Kraz, Kago Corpse Killer. And then I realized that it fell to this year. Kraz was after the New Year's. And then I was like, oh, well, then I'm not going to do them together. So do I have to do them right next to each other? And then I kind of shuffled it, and then Kago got pushed. I have now since covered both characters. Don't get me wrong. But since they were like paired for like a second in my head, I still think of them as like being paired. Okay. Kago took this 72%, and it probably all has to do with that Valyrian Arak. Kago is a respected sellsword of the Dothraki origin, and he wields a Valyrian steel Arak. Yeah, not to mention he is massive. Kraz is renowned and accomplished pit fighter, while Kraz is an extremely skilled warrior. He's explicitly stated to not know how to fight a man in armor, so I think Kago takes this because of the superior equipment. Yeah, that goes all. Like I said, equipment goes a long way in this tournament. That's what Max says. Irish Potato Thief said, Kago is so nice, he'll kill you twice. Yeah, he's like the couscous of Essos. Oh, yeah, the corpse killer. Universe Finest said, you can't have zombie slaying symbolism and not be a badass. It's the law of a Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah, no, absolutely. Kago White Killer. Theories. Watch my video. Moving on. Strong Belwas versus Dario Naharis. Strong took this 68-32. Heck yeah, Strong Belwas. Both now Max, here you are. Both are skilled warriors, respectfully, even Barristan, respected even by Barristan. Thank you. I still didn't say it right. Moving on. I favor Dario because I feel like the pit fighter is under an extremely limited rule set, and the main goal is about entertainment. Not to mention Belwas lets every opponent get in a free hit. I know Dario stopping that cavalry charge with throwing a dagger, it was a show scene, but I can't help but imagine that's exactly what he would do in this matchup. Maybe he might just like take him out. Dario's also very vicious. Isn't there a scene where he's got blood all the way up to his elbow because he reached into somebody's like mouth? Oh my god! Like, isn't that a thing? Am I creating that? I'm pretty sure that's in the books. Dario's savage, very savage. He's a killer. He's a killer. But so is Strong Bellas. I like Strong Bellas because he's the WWE guy or WWF, whatever. Why am I going to organizations? He's the pro wrestler, sports entertainment dude, right? He's always cutting promos. He's always, if you watch it, like every time he's there, he goes, "Oh, Bacella's fighting a boar. That's strong, but not as strong as Strong Bella." Like he's always cutting a promo for Strong Bellas, and he's always saying his name, and letting him get cut once is like very like, you know, playing to the audience. Like, dude, this dude is 100% a pro wrestler. Is sports entertainment, but can sports entertainment win against a real killer? Well, according to the votes, yes. The only way, this is David Norris said, the only way I see Dario winning this was Belwas gives him the first swing, but judging by the scars Belwas has, that's nothing he can't handle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure not every swing's a flesh wound. I'm pretty sure he's taken stab, you know, like, and he's like, ha ha, good job. But yeah. And then Lazy Boy said, Strong Belwas will eat Naharis's liver with onions. Nice. All right, moving to the next fight. So now we are in the semifinals. So Jorah Mormont versus Pretty Maris. And Jorah took it, holy crap, 89-11. Lord Terran of Texas said, the bear destroys the maiden with the soulless stare. Yeah, the maiden not so fair. Yeah. I forgot my name said, I never thought Jorah would be the best looking fighter in a matchup, but here we are. And Diego P said, the slaver bear from the west facing the mortal from the west. Okay, there you go. The slaver bear from the west facing the mortal maiden from the windblown. It's a beauty against beasts. I'll place my bet on Jorah, but Pretty Maris is just one lucky shot with her crossbow from stealing this, away from stealing this one. So, yeah. I mean, if she like hits him in the head with a crossbow, that might do it. But yeah, I think he fights with a shield though. So, all right, that was our first semifinals. Second semifinals, we got Kago Corpse Killer versus Strong. Do I have to yell it every time? Strong Belwas. Apparently, I do. And Strong took this 85-15. And yeah, Lord Terra to Texas says always Strong Belwas. He was the man without being a man. He is nuts without Mike spiked like a football. Oh man, all the eunuch jokes, guys. And then Brian Y said, I love me some Strong Belwas, but let's cut Kago. But if he lets Kago cut him with his Valyrian Steel Arak, it could be game over. Yeah, if Kago gets a good kill in. I mean, he killed the corpse once. He's pretty good. Plus, I'm not sure what his tiny little pie shield would, his tiny little pie shield to protect something against Valyrian Steel. Yeah, Strong Belwas rocks like a little tiny pie shield. Right? He blocks it like this. Yeah, a Valyrian Steel is probably going to cut right through that pie shield right into your hand. That's going to hurt. So, yeah, I think that fan favoriteness of Strong Belwas, how much people love Strong Belwas, I think that pushed him. I think Kago would do a lot better than this shows, is what I'm saying. But you guys know how fan favorites and popularity do go into this poll. It's a necessary evil. People like to say, oh man, this is popularity. At the end of the day, people are going to vote for who they want to vote for. Not everyone's going to do research. Some people do research, but it's your vote. Either way, it's just like any political election. People can just go up there and be like, I like the color of his tie, and other people can do their research. But at the end of the day, everyone's vote counts, right? And that's what makes this place great. Eagles flying and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's the popularity is really what pushed Strong Belwas, but I do think that Kago does better than this poll indicates. And then One Hand Typer says, one word, Valyrian Steel. Well, that's 2 words, but you got a point. Always comes down to that equipment, man. If you got a Valyrian Steel sword, that really pushes people in this whole fight. But anyway, so this one is not decided yet, as you see. So when I took this screenshot 30 minutes ago, Strong Belwas had this 51-49. But like an hour before that, Jorah had this 55-45. So I will not call it yet. So this isn't called. I want you guys to know I am not saying that Strong Belwas won this. We'll wait. We'll wait until the end of the day. And then tomorrow, when tonight probably, when I'm putting out my actual playoff picture for my Monday update video or update post, then we'll see who actually wins. All right, but let's look at the comments. Lord Terran in Texas says, favoritism is the building blocks of polls and elections. Yes, it is. Thank you. However, I take skill and abilities into account as well, and due to the fact that I love both characters equally, I could not choose, and I literally asked my old lady to flip a coin and called it in the air. Lol. And it ended up being Strong Belwas. Man, let's do a coin flip. And because I'm a man of honor, I put all that information out here for you to see. Lord Terra to Texas, man of honor, the magnanimous. If you look back at some polls earlier, you will see that I've done this several times. Well, I don't know who anybody votes for. It doesn't say. Maybe there's a way for me to find out, but I'm not looking into that. So I don't know who you vote for. It might have been a lot of coin tosses. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me a little more when it's like 51 to 49, and I'm like, a coin toss. Gravity is why it's strong Bell last one. But no, there's gonna be a lot more votes, and it's not gonna be decided by one vote. And then James Nave, yeah. All right, let's go with that. Navi said it's a hard one, but I have to give it to the fully armored knight as much as I love Belwas. There you go, equipment again. And then Grant Campbell said, but has Jorah eaten liver for strength? Because we know Belwas has. Yeah. I love liver. I do. I like liver and onions. I eat it all. All right, let's look at the playoff picture. So I'm going to look at every single bracket really quickly. So our first one was the North, where Cregan beat Rob 82-18, and then Small John beat Roderick Cassell 96-4. Holy crap! And then Ramsey lost to who did Ramsey lose to? The Small John number 92-8. This was a lot of stomps. And then JC Mormont beat Wendell Manderley 72-25. In the semifinals, we had Cregan Stark losing to Great John in an extremely close. I wrote 55-48. That doesn't math up. It must have been 52. 52-48. That's really close. Great John just barely beats Cregan. And then Small John beat out Daisy Mormont 81-19. And then finally, Great John versus Small John in the finals, and he beat his own son 95-5, and that's why Great John moved on to the playoffs. Beyond the wall, we had the Weeper oddly lose to Rattleshirt. I don't like that one. 49-51. And then Ygritte, hey, here's another archer. Beat Long Spirit 61-39. And then Steer Magnar then beat Harma Dog's Head 92-8. Wow. And Mance Raider beat Torrance Giants Bane 62-38. And then for semifinals, we had a Rattleshirt beat Ygritte 70-30. Rattleshirt moves on to the finals. Man, that bugged me. He did not belong in those finals. And then Steer Magnar then lost to Mance Raider with 84-16. So Mance Raider beat Magnar really well. And then he beat Rattleshirt right before he becomes Rattleshirt 93-7. That's a very one-sided finals. And then Mance Raider moved on to fight Great John in the playoffs. And then we had Aemon the Dragon Knight stomp Aries Oakhart 96-4. We had Kristen Cole stomp Mandon Moore 91-9. These are almost all 90s here. This was a very stomp-heavy Kingsguard was. Osmond Kettleblack stomped Boros Blount 93-7. And then Barristan Selmy lost to Arthur Dane in probably the most contested. Everyone got mad at me for putting these guys at round one. But it's my bracket, and I thought it was funny. They were going to fight anyways, and in the Kingsguard bracket, they had to fight anyways. I might as well make it the first one. I wanted a good fight, and it ended up not even being a great fight. It was 78-22. Arthur Dane stomped, in my opinion, right? Stomp Selmy. And then in semifinals, Aemon the Dragon Knight completely washed out Kristen Cole. This one shocked me. 92-8. Aemon the Dragon Knight just destroyed Kristen Cole. And then Arthur Dane destroyed Osmond Kettleblack 95-5. And the Aemon the Dragon Knight Arthur Dane fight was very close, kind of 62-38. So, of course, Arthur Dane, no one is surprised, moves on to the main bracket, to the playoffs bracket. And I tried. I made him fight two really great fighters. I tried to knock out Arthur Dane to no avail. He made it in. All right. Well, that was white cloaks, right? So let's move over to black cloaks. So the wall. Jon Snow beat Alistair Thorne 77-23. And then Corrin Halfhand beat Ulmer of the... No. Benjen Stark beat Ulmer of the Kingswood 87-13. And Corrin Halfhand beats Donald Noy. Boo, 90-10. I had Noy. And then Gren beat Yoren. No, Yoren beat Gren 78-22. In the semifinals, Benjen Stark beat up his nephew Jon Snow 68-32. And then Corrin Halfhand beat Yoren with 94-6. Wow. And then Corrin Halfhand beat Benjen Stark 71-29. Whew. So Corrin Halfhand moves on to the playoffs to fight Arthur Dane. Holy crap. Playoffs are going to be sick. That's this Tuesday, guys. Be here. Outlaw bracket. Rorge lost to Lemon Cloak 74-26. Smiling Knight beat Simon Toyne. Thoros Amir beat Simon Toyne 77-23. Lemon Cloak lost. Oh, I'm skipping. I'm all over now. Shagwell lost to Biter 85-15. And then Thoros Amir beat, oh my God. Smiling Knight beat Beric Dondarrion 66-34. I was doing good. I'm starting to lose it, guys. Lemon Cloak lost to Thoros Amir at 78-22. And then the Smiling Knight beat Biter 91-9. That one really surprised me. I kind of had Biter here. I think that he's a formidable, nasty force. He's just going to tackle you, put like 300 pounds on top of you, and then eat your face. It's really hard to fight that strategy. It's a winning strategy. Thoros Amir then loses to the Smiling Knight. So Smiling Knight wins 74-26. So yeah, Smiling Knight goes on to the finals. And then in our Mercenaries and Hedge Knights, we had Braun beat Clayton Suggs. My fan favorite, Clayton Suggs. I love Clayton Suggs. He's awesome. But he beats him at 93-7. And then Arlen Pettytree loses to Glendon Ball 73-27. Bennis of the Brown Shield beats Creighton Longborough 71-29. And then Shadrick the Mad Mouse loses to Sir Duncan the Tall at 93-7. Oh, wow. And then in the semifinals, Braun beats Glendon Ball 79-21. And of course, Duncan beats up nasty Bennis of the Brown Shield 96-4. Stomp City. And then Braun versus Duncan. This is one of my favorite finals we had, and Duncan won 87-13. I'm not going to take a drink of water. Let's keep going. I'm killing this, I think. Victorian Greyjoy and Iron Islands. Here we are. So Victorian Greyjoy, major upset in my eyes over Andric the Unsmiling, who I thought was going to win this whole bracket. And Victorian beats Andric 82-18. Wow, that is such, people love Victorian. That's what I learned here. And then Dagmere Cleftjaw versus Grimtongue, who I tossed in there. No one really knew who Grimtongue was. 89-11, Dagmere moves on. And then Asha Greyjoy beats up Christopher Botley. I love this fight. This fight was for me. 90-10, go Asha. And then Harris Harlaw beat Theon Greyjoy. See, another archer. 82-18. And then Harris moved on. For our semifinals, Victorian Greyjoy stomped Dagmere Cleftjaw 90-10, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Two legends. He takes out Andric the Unsmiling and Dagmere Cleftjaw. And then we had Asha Greyjoy losing to Harris Harlaw 67-33. And then finally, so we had Harris versus Victorian Greyjoy. And Victorian, pretty nice defeat here with 86-14. Wow. All right. So Victorian moves on. and he's going to fight the winner of this one, which you can see I already circled. Jaime Lannister beat Lyle Craighull Strongbow 96-4. Holy shamola. I can't believe the Strongbow lost so hard. And then Ilan Payne, who I thought had a chance. I did. When I made this matchup, I thought it was a good matchup. But no, I was wrong because Gregor the Mountain Clegane destroyed Ilan Payne 96-4. I thought Ilan had a chance. I was way off. Armory Lorch loses to Adam Marbrand 87-13. And then Flemington Brax, married to a Fray, loses to Sandor Clegane 92-8. Come on, some justice for Flemit. Come on, Flemit Brax just gets ripped to shreds by the Hound. Okay. Oh, come on, guys. Read the books. I'm kidding. It's totally justified. You guys don't know anything. I'm kidding. Jaime Lannister defeats Gregor the Mountain Clegane 76-24. Let's go. That's a fight. And then Sandor beats Adam Marbrand 81-19. In Jaime Lannister versus the Hound, remember, guys, this is two-handed Jaime. I hope that's said. It was said in all the polls. Beats Sandor Clegane 83-17. That blew my mind. I thought that was going to be a really, really close fight, but holy crap, do people love two-handed Jaime. People love two-handed Jaime. He has a very good chance of making it all the way up here. And he's fighting Victorian Greyjoy, who apparently people really love too. So, all right, that was the first half, right? So now we're moving on to the second because we got Dorne. Arya Hota beat Sexy Damon Sand 88-12. And Obara Sand beat Aaron Celtigar 61-39. Go Bastards. A lot of Sands. Well, one of them lost. All right. And then we had Oberyn Martell beat Gerald Darkstar Dane. I loved this fight. 89-11. And then Archibald Ironwood beat Garrus Drinkwater 84-16. And then in the semifinals, we had Arya Hota tearing apart with his giant axe that he names his wife 92-8 Obara Sand. So it just rips apart Obara Sand. Cuts her in half. And then Oberyn Martell beats Archibald Ironwood 93-7. I think that's a little off. I don't think he should stomp him, but he did. So yeah, 93-7. That's a stomp against Archie. And then Arya Hota versus Oberyn Martell. This is a great fight, and Oberyn took it 77-23. Going down to the Reach, or going up if you're leaving from Dorne, we had Loras Tyrell. So I had a lot of Tyrells versus Tarleys. This is one of my favorite brackets, and it ended out really goofy. People love the Blackwoods, man. I always thought the love for the Blackwoods and Brackens for like 50-50. I was way off. It's like everybody loves the Blackwoods, and then Aegor Bitter still loves the Brackens and like two other people. Like, yeah. Holy crap. I'll get to why I'm saying that in a second. So, Savage Sam Tarley beat Loras Tyrell just barely 57-43. Let's go. Hyle Hunt beat Mark Mullendor just to walk into a buzzsaw. 69-31. Go Mark Mullendor. And this was one of the closest fights we had was Parman Crane versus Emin Coy. It took me a while to call this one. It ended up being 52-49 with Parman Crane beating his Rainbow Guard brethren, Emin Coy. Randall Tarley. Yeah, that's right. That Randall Tarley versus Garland Tyrell. Everyone just pointed out that Randall is just a general and doesn't know how to fight. So he lost 74-26. Hey, it's the one time the Valyrian Steel Sword didn't, tip the scales, right? And then over in the semifinals, you had Savage Sam Tarley. Well, like I said, Hyle walked into a buzzsaw. Take him down. The Savage Sam took down Hyle Hunt 90-10. And then Parman Crane even took it worse because Garland beat him 95-5. And Savage Sam lost to Garland Tyrell, 69, woo, to 31. The same that Heil wins there. That's kind of funny. So yeah, Garland Tyrell took this. So I did not know who was gonna win this bracket. Yeah, it's a good one. I don't think never mind. I was kind of way off. It was the Riverlands, which is the weirdest one, but this one was a little weird. I love seeing Savage Sam make it all the way to the finals. That was super cool. And I did not think Garland was gonna go in. So it's gonna be Garland versus Ober Martell. It's probably gonna be one-sided, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see this week. And then the Vale. So this was a bunch of knights versus a bunch of mountain clansmen. So Lynn Corbray beat Bronzion. Heck yeah, this was a great fight. 60-40. Awesome. And then Robar Royce beat Chela, daughter of Czech, 85-14. And then on the other side, Vardis Egan lost, but it was actually kind of close to Timit, son of Timit, 66-34. The comments were all really pushing towards Vardis, but nope, Timit, son of Timit took it. Lynn Corbray Luther Brune barely beat out Shaga, son of Dolph, 55-45. And then Lynn Corbray, he took out one Royce and he takes out the next one, 81-19. And then he makes it into the finals. And Luther Apple Eater Brune, I did a video for her. Go watch it. I'm really proud of that one. Took out Shaga and Timit, son of Timit. Now he takes two of the Mountain Clansmen, 65-36 with Timit. And then Lynn stomped. He ate Luther's apple. Holy crap. 91-9. Lynn just slaughters Luther Brune. So yeah, Lynn moves on against the winner of this fight. Holy crap, that's going to be so good. Stannis Baratheon loses to Balon Swan. Again, Stannis is more of a military commander, 60-40. Renly Baratheon gets stomped city by Brianna Tarth, 91-9. Wow. Lionel Baratheon versus Robert Baratheon. I have a thing for this. yeah, they kind of are the same picture. Thank you. And then Robert beats Lionel 79-21. That's a surprise. Laughing Storm out of the fight. And then he moves on. And then we had Richard Horp versus Roland Storm. This was one of my favorite fights. I love this fight. And then Roland wins 75-25. And then he moves on. Balon Swan loses to Brianna Tarth 73-27, and Brianna Tarth goes to the finals. And of course, Robert Baratheon, the young, by the way, prime, stomps Roland Storm 95-5, and then he moves on to Brienne, and yeah, one-sided finals, 93-7 over Brianna Tarth. People love Robert Baratheon, and he's going against Lynn Corbray? Is that right? That's a fight. That's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right. This is the weird one. Yeah, I was talking about Brackens in Blackwoods way too early. That was Reach. I'm tired. I'm confused. Everything I was saying about Brackens and Blackwoods, Riverlands. Why did I bring it up during the Reach? Because I'm saying all these numbers is making me feel drunk. That's why. Okay, Brendan Tully takes out Jason Mallister 89-11. That was my my old man Legends fight. Titos Blackwood takes out Jonas Bracken 91-19. So that's our first Blackwood who wins. And then Benjicott, who's 11, the time of like when he fights wars, wins over the Brute of Bracken. This is insanity to me. This is, in my opinion, probably one of the biggest upsets. I know I've said that already, but really? You got the kid beat the Brute of Bracken? That's some Blackwood favoritism there. 74-26. That blew my mind. And then Hosteen Frey lost to Harwin Strong. Harwin makes a run here. 90-10. And then in the semifinals, Brendan Tully took out Titus Blackwood 92-8. And Benjicott falls to Harwin Strong 67-33. Man, Harwin Strong versus Otho Bracken would have been such a great fight, and you Blackwood loyalists took that away from me. You know, you guys are turning me Bracken. You know that? I used to love Blackwoods. I like Blackwoods more. I definitely do. But this like pull, I'm always like, you know, maybe I'm angry bitter still. You know, maybe the Blackfire was the right king. Like, it's like flipping me. Oh, man. And then Brendan Tully beats Harwin Strong, but not a stomp, 66-34. Now, this was good. The Crownsland bracket. Holy crap. The Daemon Blackfire versus Daemon Targaryen is probably the craziest one we had. 52-48. It was so divided in the comments. All the Blackfire guys were in the comments. None of the Daemon Targaryen guys. They just voted and they didn't want to. They got out of there. I can't believe that Daemon Blackfire lost here. I cannot. I am at a loss of words. I cannot believe he lost to Daemon Targaryen. Okay. Moving on. Godry Giant Slayer beats Justin Massey 92-28. And Rhaegar Targaryen beats Jonquil Dark. Surprisingly, Jonquil did pretty good. 74-26. More than I thought. I thought it was going to be a stomp. Even when I loses to Maegor the friggin' Cruel, who is here. He is here to fight, dude. Maegor came to play. He came to win. And he beats Aemon 86-14. And then in the semifinals, Daemon Targaryen beats Godry Giant Slayer. He definitely had an easier semifinals. Maegor had to fight through Targaryens the whole way. Daemon did not. But yeah, Daemon beats Godry Giant Slayer 89-11. And Maegor stomps, not quite stomps, but beats Rhaegar Targaryen 79-21. And this fight was pretty close. But Maegor ended up beating Daemon Targaryen 68-32. God, it would have been better if it was Daemon Blackfire. It would have been a great fight. Whatever. I'm not bitter at all. I'm not bitter still at all. So yeah, Maegor moves on to probably just devour Blackfish. I feel bad for Brendan. Okay, so Free Cities Dothraki. See, this is a cool one. Now we're in Essos for the rest of the tournament. Khal Drogo wins over Syrio Felel 66-34. And then Raleigh Duckfield loses to Jack and Hagar. Jack and makes a run, kind of. He just gets one win, but it's pretty cool. 67-24. And then Melee's the Monstrous devours John Khan 87-12. And Kotho didn't stand a chance against Sandok the Shadow, 95-5. That was the one where somebody's like, pull the match, he's already dead. Somebody toss in the towel. It was pretty great. Khal Drogo beats Jack and Hagar 69-31. And then Melee's versus Sandok. This was a cool fight. And Sandok ends up taking it. I'm so glad Sandok, everyone's given Sandok the due. I think that he has a good chance of winning the entire tournament all the way through the playoffs. I do think he deserves it. I think Sandok is out there, but he's also a little more lesser known than everybody else. So I was like worried that he isn't going to get the clout that he deserves, but it looks like he's getting it. And he beats Melee's Blackfire 71-29. And then Khal Drogo versus Sandok, and Sandok takes it 78-22. Oh my God. I'm almost done. Now, this is the one that we're not 100% sure on the winner, but we can talk about everything else. So, Jorah beats Grey Worm. We just talked about this, 62-38. Maris beat Briseña Blackhair, 58-42. Like I said, we just went over this, so I'm going quick. Kraz loses to Kago, 72-28. And Strong Belwas beat Dario Naharis, 68-32. And then in the semifinals, Jorah beats Pretty Maris 89-11. And then Strong Belwas beat Kago Corpse Killer 85-15. And we are not sure who wins here. It is extremely close, but I am not calling it for a Jorah or a Strong Belwas. So I hope you guys know I am not calling it yet. I will later tonight. Like I said, now it's 11 o'clock, but I started filming this around 10. So yeah, I don't want to call it yet. So let's look at the playoffs and let's get out of here. Great John versus Mance. Heck yeah. So that's going to be Monday. Then Tuesday, we're going to have Arthur Dane versus Corn Halfan. Then Smiling Knight versus Duncan the Tall. These are just all bangers, all-time classics. This playoffs is looking great. There's probably one dude I wouldn't consider top tier in here, and I'm not going to say who it is because it's going to get people mad. Victoria and Greyjoy and Jaime Lannister. That's going to be amazing. Oberyn Martell versus Garland Tyrell. Lynn Corbray versus Robert Baratheon. Holy crap, let's go. Brendan Tully, Maegor the Cruel. And then Sandok the Shadow is either going to go against Jorah Mormont or Strong Belwas. So does it really matter who wins? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Strong Belwas or Jorah might somehow conquer the giant. We'll see. But yeah, sorry I couldn't have it definitive yet, but I wanted to get this out. I'm going to go swimming with my wife and my daughter. We're ready to leave right now. I'm going to upload this, and then I'm going to drive out to a lake and go and enjoy my Sunday. So that's why I picked family over you guys. That's why I didn't wait until I was a little more and film it later, so I'm filming it now. So I hope that's okay with you guys. Are you ready for the playoffs? Yes! 16 weeks. Everybody here, everybody who voted and everybody who's especially watching this late in this video, thank you so much for supporting this tournament. You are amazing. Every single person who's commented, everybody, especially people who commented, especially in everybody who's voted, thank you so much. This was like a dumb little thing. I did it last year and I got like 20 votes each one, right? And I'm getting a lot more this year and a lot more support and a lot more people are commenting. And it means so much to me. It is warming my cold black heart. So thank you guys. And that's all I got. Peace.